Hi everyone. So that was my third injection on 10 units of compounded semaglutide, and I'm here with a little bit of an update after 2 full weeks on this medication. So, first things first, I wanted to talk a little bit about the side effects that I had and how severe they were, as well as what my weeks have looked like. So, the very first week, I took a shot at 10:30 in the morning, and I didn't start really feeling any appetite suppression until around 6:30. So that was about 8 hours after my first injection. Now, in the first few days, I was kind of cautiously waiting to see if what I was feeling was more of a placebo effect, some kind of excitement surrounded by really looking forward to starting the medication, or if the appetite suppression was actually due to the medication that I was taking. So the first 3 to 4 days, I didn't feel hungry at all. I remember feeling like I had to force myself to eat because if I didn't, just the thought of actually eating made me feel so queasy. So what I ended up doing in the first 3 days after the shot was eating very tiny portions multiple times throughout the day. I definitely felt a little bit uncomfortable at first because I wasn't used to eating so little. And I kind of had to realize that my portions were going to be altered pretty significantly from what I was already used to. What I did notice down the line was that my hunger slowly started coming back little by little. So after the third day, I felt like I could stomach a little bit more food, and I didn't really feel this immense queasiness that I was feeling in my first few days. When this started happening, I was just trying to eat really high protein foods and as often as possible, but not portions that were any larger than what I was capable of. The fourth and fifth day, I started getting a little bit of hunger back, and I noticed I was my absolute hungriest on the sixth and seventh day of the week, which led right up to the day before my second shot. I continued to feel almost no hunger for the first 3 days after the second shot. So I continued to eat super small meals, high protein, and I had to force myself to eat at that point. And then my hunger again started slowly coming back between the fourth and seventh day. So I'm eating a lot on the sixth and seventh days, but nowhere near as much as I would normally eat portion wise. So the fullness is really there. It's very apparent. I'm getting very full very quickly. And that's kind of why the choices that I'm making for foods, I want them to be as healthy and high protein as possible, because when I do start feeling a little bit queasy at the thought of food, I really can't eat at all. So I want my body to still have the nutrients that it needs and the fuel that it needs to continue to power my body. So the first 2 weeks have finished, and I took my third shot this morning, and I weighed in. I lost a total of 9.8 pounds in the first 2 weeks. I have never, ever lost this much weight in 2 weeks in my entire life. I couldn't believe it. I was really flabbergasted. I'm looking forward to slowing down the weight loss a little bit. I know a bigger portion of this weight loss is going to be attributed to water weight, but I do feel like I'm more comfortable in my skin. I know I lost a couple of inches. I'm at least not bloated anymore, and a lot of this is basically making me feel very motivated to continue on this journey and really stick to it. So for that, I'm very happy and grateful for. But I do want to make sure that I continue to be very healthy and not lose too much weight, because I want to make this a consistent and steady weight loss that continues even after I stop taking the medication. So that is the good news. I don't really have any other negative side effects besides that no hunger. I haven't really felt any headaches, but I am drinking my electrolytes. I'm drinking my high protein shakes. I'm also not feeling any issues in the restroom. I haven't felt like I've had to throw up. I just have this weird, like, queasiness in the first couple of days when I'm thinking about consuming food. So I have to, like, take it very slow and eat really tiny portions. If I'm feeling really strong appetite suppression and that continues even up to my 4th week, I will reach out to my provider to see if I even need to titrate up at all to 15 units, because I've just taken my 3rd shot today. So next week should be my 4th, which means my 5th shot, I start with 15 units. But I don't really want to feel super uncomfortable. So if I'm feeling like I'm getting great results right now at 10 units, I'm going to try to see if I can stick with that. In my 4th and final week, I'm going to see how I feel for the next couple of days and come back and update as to whether I'm going to take my 15 units or whether I'm going to stick with 10. So that is my 2-week update on compounded semaglutide. I have lost 9.8 pounds and I haven't had any major side effects that make me feel that I need to stop taking the medication. The injections are really painless and I'm feeling like everything else has been really easy. If you're on this journey, please comment down below. Let me know how your experience has been. And if you have any other questions, I'd love to help out and share a little bit more about the process. Thanks so much, guys.